So I'm joined today by Andy McLean, Corporate Vice President, Communications and Cloud for Analog Devices. Andy and I are going to be talking about Open RAN. We're going to talk about some energy initiatives. But why don't we start off, Andy, with what is next for connectivity?
So thanks for the opportunity. And just start by saying Analog Devices has a vision around ubiquitous connectivity. And this is quite different from the standard wireless connectivity that we're used to on our cell phones or in IoT devices. We actually like to think of this as the merging of connectivity and intelligence, so connected intelligence. And why we think this is important is really for the first time with 5G, we have the bandwidth and we have the responsiveness to deal with new types of applications. So things like in automotive, the software-defined vehicle, it wouldn't be happening unless we had 5G. And maybe another example would be in industrial. I believe we're going to see a lot more of connected things at the edge in factory automation. So this is really a huge change for the industry. Maybe also to talk about the sort of social or human part of this. There are still 2.9 billion people in the world who don't have access to broadband. So these are the things that Analog Devices really think about when we think about what we can do for the connected intelligence.
All right, great. So switching gears a little bit, why is energy savings and smaller carbon footprint so important for mobile operators?
Again, we're talking about a planetary level issue here. So with the scale that we can imagine for 5G and subsequently 6G, we can't do that without addressing the energy portions of this. For the operators, it's about efficiency for them also in terms of the energy consumption that they have to deal with. So this is a really, really big problem. And it was imagined, so with 5G, 5G networks are actually about 90% more efficient. So you would think that would solve the problem. In fact, it doesn't, because with the scale of 5G, the problem just gets bigger. So today, about 1.6% of the energy consumption, the carbon emissions in the world, are associated with the communications industry. And we anticipate that will get worse to the tune of about 160% by the end of the decade. By then, there's going to be about 150 billion things connected wirelessly. So this is a real problem. So again, while the industry has made some significant progress in reducing the energy consumption, with the scale of 5G, the problem just gets worse. So at Analog Devices, we've really been focusing on this. We've been able to address things like special energy modes, low power modes. We've been able to introduce algorithms into our large ASICs, which are specifically targeted at reducing power consumption to the tune of about 40% savings. So this problem doesn't get any better. It actually gets worse when we go from 5G to 5G Advanced to 6G. So it really is an industry level problem.
Okay, great. So we've got time for one more question here, Andy. Speaking of open collaboration, how much is Open RAN a trigger for the industry transformation, and what's going to make it scale?
Yeah, so you used the right word. I think there's a potential here for a significant transformation in the industry. There is a need for more standardization. There is a need for new players to come into this market. The operators are demanding that there are new suppliers. And that will also bring innovation. Once you have more suppliers involved in the industry, there's a need for stronger differentiation from everyone. And that will fuel innovation. So we think this is a significant opportunity for the industry. Again, you use the correct word. It will require a lot more collaboration. And ADI believes that we have a part to play in that. We've been very active with entities such as ORPC in trying to bring the community together in this new transformation. For our customers, we also have to think a little bit differently. So we're producing complete system-level solutions to allow them to do some innovation themselves at a different level. And when you have this disaggregation of hardware and software, it opens up a whole new bunch of opportunities that we're very excited about.
Well, that's great, Andy. You covered a lot of ground on a lot of important topics. So thanks for joining us today.
Thanks again for the opportunity.